Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So thank you for joining us today. For today's Tipsy Thursday, we are going to go over Agent Icon. We have done an Agent Icon in the past, but there's some cool updates that they just came out with. So we thought it would be good to kind of give you guys a recap and show you the new features. So if you don't recall, Agent Icon gives you those, just coming soon, just listed, just sold images for your social media. And all you have to do is either text them or email them a photo of the property, and then they will send you a link back with all those images. And I believe I have a video here. So this is kind of an example of all the templates that we have available. So you just send
I
them.
just used it this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Awesome. So there's so many different templates on there, and we're adding more in the weeks to come. So if there's something that you think we're missing, go ahead and reach out and let us know. One of the cool things that they just did is they actually got an app. So it makes it a lot more interactive. And this is also going to allow us to give you the option to customize those templates to your specific branding. So if you have some sort of logo or color scheme that you would like to see, those templates in, you can go ahead and create a marketing ticket on PMC Plus, and we can create specific ones branded to you, which is super exciting because who wouldn't want, their social media branded to them, right? So as well on the app, there is more options for video. It makes it a lot easier to post directly to like Instagram and Facebook, which is great. And then you can find their content library on here. The email that you get every day with the 3 articles is going to be on the homepage. And I will get into the app in just a second, but I would say it's a lot easier and faster. Not that it wasn't fast before to get those images back, but it's super cool. So it's worth the download. So once you've downloaded it, you're going to want to go into account settings, and you're going to want to fill in this information. So the most important thing is to do the company boomerang number, which is that text number that we've already been using. So that goes there, name, last name. You're going to want to enter the mobile number that we have on file for you, as well as your PMZ email. It has to be your PMZ email for this to work. So
Does the number have to be the number that we have labeled as our mobile number, or is that not as important?
it's whatever whatever the mobile number is on your website, that's the number that should be on here.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me stop my share. I'm hoping this works.
Well, one of the things that I would love if we could add is like we're excited, or we have an announcement. Because what I did was I know that everybody loves social media and they want to say, hey, this is what we have going on. So I took the in contract one. I think I can put up the photo that I sent them. I sent this to them and said, for your social media post today, to announce it to everybody. And they said, oh my gosh, I love it. I can't wait. So I would like to have it say like huge announcement, we'll be moving soon, something along those lines. And if I could customize it, then I'll take care of it later. But I want them to go out and tell all their friends that we did it, as opposed to me having to say it. Because I think it's really cool that the clients go and tell their people, hey, look what our agent did for us.
That's a really great idea. I like that.
I also, if they did it in person, I would have I take a picture in front of the house that I know they're going to write an offer.
Yeah.
So that way I can send them seconds away. Here's the picture of you in front of the house with in contract. They just bought the house via FaceTime, so I don't have them there.
That's awesome. Yeah. So basically templates for the clients to use to promote the fact that they're buying or selling.
Right. Because for me, and the only reason I think that, and this could be completely self-serving, is I feel like well over half of my Facebook friends are real estate agents.
Mhm.
And it's just me telling other real estate agents how great I am. And that just seems weird. I want the clients to go out and tell all of their 350, 400 friends, hey, we just got a house in this market, blah, blah, blah. Right now, just getting in contract is a big thing for buyers, for them to say it's done.
Yeah. Very cool. So thanks for sharing that. I will definitely get some templates for specific clients to announce on their social media. Okay. So now, if you guys can think of any more, please feel free to share or send me an email as they come up. So I'm going to share my iPhone. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So once you open the app, you're going to see the daily image of the day. You're also going to see the articles like you would in the email. So they're here, which I thought was really interesting. The marketing and technology tip article for today kind of caught my interest. I read it and it was talking about how to save the battery on your phone. And I'm really bad at just leaving my phone plugged in for hours, especially all nighttime. And I guess that really reduces the battery lifespan. So they have the same tips as far as your laptop goes. So I know a lot of you are on your laptop and on the go. So it's worth the read. Some of these are really good tips for yourself. Some of them, you're able to share to your to your friends and family and clients on social media. So it's always a good to learn something new. Okay, so one of the cool things that I liked about the app is that it gives you different options to download the image of the day. So it's not just one image anymore. If I just clicked share and now it's giving me a square video. This is meant to be posted on your feed, like on your Instagram feed or Facebook feed. So we just have a static image as well here. And then we have a story video. So if you wanted to post this to your stories instead, you can go ahead and click there, and then a story image. So you get 4 different formats that you can choose from, which I think is really cool. If you wanted to share directly from here, you would just click share, preparing content. And now I can choose to save this on my phone, or I can just choose to upload it directly to Instagram. And it'll ask me if I want to send this in a message or a post. So I would click post. And then here's where I would write a caption and then go ahead and post it. As soon as you click OK, it's going to post. So just keep that in mind. So don't press OK unless you're not ready to have that published. Any questions so far? Okay. So they also have a quick and easy access to the content library down here. So you'll notice that the St. Patrick's one is the first one, but if you want to find different templates or different social media images, you can browse through their library. And then again, if you click on share, it's going to give you those different formats that I just talked about. So it's important, I think, for the most part, videos really works really great for social media. And so anything that's moving is going to attract people to kind of stop and get their attention. So I would keep that in mind. If we go back to library, there's also a search option that's not the best, but if you guys can see, it's very, very light at the bottom of my screen. There's a buyer section, holidays, motivational, real estate, and sellers. So if we go to holiday, click choose, again, we see St. Patrick's Day, and then we see spring forward, President's Day. It kind of goes back in time. So if we keep scrolling, it'll be like New Year's and Christmas and, back and forth. And then as Easter approaches, you'll start seeing the Easter ones at the top and Memorial Day next. So you can, and then if you want to use the ones from last year, just keep scrolling. Now, instead of texting the photo and waiting for that link to come back, you can just click on create images, and then you can just select an image from your library. So as soon as I selected that image, now I get to see what that template looks like with all the different templates on there. So And if we decide that we don't like that one, we can just go ahead and click back, click a different image. So you get to see
Well,
all that in real time.
while we've been doing this, I already downloaded the app and put in the stuff that you said, and I've already made it a story.
Yeah, awesome. That was super quick.
It's that fast. That's great.
Yeah. So
I'm going to butcher the quote that Daniel gave me one time, but we can get obsessed with social media. It's supposed to be a journey, not a destination. All too often we can go to make a post and we'll spend way too much time on Instagram or Facebook and scroll. What I love about Agent Icon and this is I could be in and out of Instagram like without ever logging in seconds. And it just like gives me a sense of peace.
Yeah. Does anybody ever go on there because they have to post and then get stuck into like stories or your feed and then 5 minutes, 10 minutes go by and you're like, oh, what was I supposed to do? Because
At 10 o'clock at night, I'm all of a sudden it's 11:30 and I'm like, what happened?
that happens to me all the
What
time.
happened?
So
Happens here too.
yeah, so definitely helpful for that. It's a helpful tool. You can also do it the long way if you want to customize some more and click share, save the image, and then open up Instagram and do it that way. It's completely up to you. I think if you do it the longer way, it gives you a little bit more options. And also allows you to save as a draft versus just clicking the share Instagram. It's kind of like I'm ready to go now. Now, this is one of my favorite cool new features. You'll see at the bottom where it says create videos. So if you do some, walkthrough of a property or have a virtual tour, you can come in here, select the video from your phone. It's going to compress the video and you're going to get these templates in a video format.
That's new, right?
Yeah.
That's legit
This
because
is
everybody loves little gifts.
Yeah. So one of my plans is to use this and create story templates so that we have story templates as well. And they're not just for the post. And so some really cool features are going to come out of this. Like I mentioned, if you want something branded to you, we can definitely do that. So one of the things I was thinking about is like if you're doing some sort of like, real estate update or answering questions where we can have your name and contact information at the bottom, kind of like if it was like a newscast or if you're doing like a reporter status, we can do that as well, which I think is going to be super cool. So that's just within a couple of minutes, you record the video, you get that template and then you save it. Like I'm super impressed and I'm super excited about all the things that we can do with this new feature.
Well, combining it when we did the social media stuff with Instagram Reels, how quickly you can make coming soon contract accepted Reels without having to spend an hour video editing is legit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this just makes it it looks really great and it makes it super, super fast. So notice that under settings, I have all that information entered. So if for some reason you don't have your information on there, let's see if I erase this. Go back to settings. I don't think it's, you have to save it. So if for some reason you're not seeing our templates, it's because you don't have this information on there saved already. So I kind of wanted to show you what that looks like. Maybe won't let me.
It's like we're not going to go back to a non-paid version.
Okay, so you now see where it says your logo here. So if you're saying that, that's because your information was either not entered correctly or not saved. And then if you click on here, it'll just have random templates. Okay, do you guys have any questions as far as Agent Icon goes, how to use it? Let me go ahead and stop my share.
Like
Alondra, where do we
soul
get
is
the
my favorite
boomerang number
4-letter
again?
word.
Sorry, what was that, Carla?
Where do we get the boomerang the number again?
I can share that.
Yeah, I was.
I screenshot it. Carla, I'll email it to you right now.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Because I just was getting on at that time. So
Oh, no worries. So I have that on the screen now. So you have the option of texting it, emailing it, and now the app as well. So whatever works. So if you have the photos on your computer, it's easier for you to email than go at it.
I also just emailed it to you.
okay, thank you.
I will say, as far as the like different tips that I would give you guys is for the daily image of the day. If you want to be different, I would go through the content library and pick out a different image. You can also maybe schedule like Monday morning, you have a half an hour, pick 3 images and then schedule those out throughout the week, so you're not having to do something daily. I would also suggest that you use these kind of as like a seasoning and just sprinkle them in there on your social media feed instead of relying 100% on these, because the more that you're present and the more content original content you're creating on social media is you're going to have the most engagement and feedback from your audience. So just keep that in mind. This is a really great tool, but it's just intended for you to kind of use that information and sprinkle it in as needed. The articles are really great, so I would definitely focus on, maybe if you are all about positivity, there's always a good news story to share. The tech tips, if there's something that's worth letting your your sphere of influence, like if there's something worth value there that they would find useful, you could share doing that. So instead of you just sharing an article, let's say it's like, 5 things you didn't know your iPhone could do, right? I would do a screen record and do those 5 things yourself and share a video of you doing it instead of just sharing an article. So that's a really great way to get that content and then make it your own.
I would just like to add, also think of what's going to make you respond. As much as we look at these images and we think like, oh, let me just share images. As much as we share images or do things like that, think of what would make you respond and how you can make it like either funny or a takeaway close or something that would actually get you to react. That's like, I always begin with the end in mind. How am I going to get somebody else to come back at me or at least have a conversation about what I send? So I was just scrolling through and you see some of these images, like tired of paying someone else's mortgage. It's cute, it's witty, it's going to be perfect time in one of these holidays, but underneath it to say, no matter what interest rates are, you're still paying somebody else's mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So who cares what the Fed did yesterday, even though they've already made the adjustments and there's like prognosticators everywhere, no matter what interest rates are, you're still paying for someone else. Right? Or one of these said, even when you have the best vacation, you still can't wait to be home. Like, how true is that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've never heard a renter say, I can't wait to go back to my apartment.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just when you do something that is, think of how you could get somebody to react. That way, at least you have the ability to engage with them.
Yeah, definitely. And then I do think there's also just kind of, repurposing this information, making it your own. Like Nick said, I think there was an article, it was probably today or in the last couple of days, as far as interest rates go and finance or what that's going to do to the market. Go ahead and read it, summarize it, record yourself talking about it. And then just, it's just going to make you seem a lot more like intelligent, and exactly what's going on to your sphere. And then you can always give credit to that article in the comment section or in the caption. So you're repurposing that information and making it your own, and you're sharing something of value to your followers.
Who's got questions?
Not all at once, please.
I know, right? I think it's great. I unfortunately, well, fortunately, but I pay a gal to do most of my stuff, but This is something I love the movement one, the video. But would you do me a favor when you decide to do a Tipsy Thursday on real estate reviews? Will you let me know? Like
Yeah.
make a special to remind me so that I don't not see it, because I really wanted to do that one.
Real estate reviews, got it. You can probably do that the second, Tipsy Thursday of April,
April.
right? Yeah, so I can commit to that now if you like. So whatever the third Thursday of April is.
Third Thursday of April. Okay, I'll put it on my calendar right now.
Any other questions, suggestions, topic requests?
Anybody else gonna have some green beer?
Tonight,
All right.
Okay, awesome.
brew crawl.
Are you doing that in Pleasanton?
Yeah, I'm on the board for the Pleasanton Downtown Association, and our association is doing a brew crawl tonight.
Fun. And
Well, you enjoy.
I will. Got my hat ready and everything.
awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and send an email to myself or Nick, and we'd happy to do a Tipsy Thursday on that.
Perfect.
All
Thanks.
right, you
Bye.
guys have a great holiday. Thank you. We'll see you later.